below 49K ever again. Value, it's not, it's 500,000. And you can see that here. That's why I put these micro grid in there as well. So this is 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 4. This is 500,000. Accumulation phase, which is over right now. There's no more steady growth, easy buying, etc. No, we go to the bull market. So there will be face melting FOMO, extreme price pumps.
We're in the Bitcoin gold rush era, and it started on January 2024, and it will run till about November of 2034. It's a 10-year.
The price of Bitcoin is about to explode.
Want to buy some secret stuff?
There is now a new note that people are starting to talk about, the Bitcoin.
The money of the future.
In this video, we bring you clips from pseudonymous trader PlanB, who was the subject of mockery when Bitcoin pricing deviated from his stock-to-flow model. However, the recent price action of Bitcoin has brought the model back to relevance, as Bitcoin prices are now almost accurately following the outlined path. The most important part is that the model predicts exponential growth. PlanB asserts that Bitcoin will run through this year and top in 2025 before coming back down. This analysis is accompanied by Michael Saylor's recent fireside speech at Bitcoin Atlantis in Madeira, where he explains that we are in what he calls the Bitcoin gold rush era. This 10-year period is expected to culminate in an unimaginable explosion in Bitcoin's price, and there's a period to fully exploit this opportunity. Sit back and relax as we bring you clips from both videos.
What's next? Well, I think if you look historically, after the halving, the price went up, but with a little bit of a delay. And I expect that as well in 2024. So we will have price rises, we will have a bull market, but I don't expect a top in this year. In 2024, I expect the top to be in 2025. So also note the log scale on this chart. The prices go 10x every time, from $1 to $10, $100, $1,000. So a lot of people misread this chart and they think that if a value is right here, for example, they think it's linear in between, so they think this is 700 or even higher value. It's not, it's 500,000, and you can see that here. That's why I put these micro grid in there as well. So this is 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 4, 500,000. So it's not evenly spaced because it's a logarithmic scale. I expect next cycle to be more normal and maybe a bit higher to make up for this relatively low cycle that we had. So we see a phase switch change right now. And we go from the accumulation phase, which is over right now. There's no more steady growth, easy buying, etc. No, we go to the bull market. So there will be face melting FOMO, extreme price pumps, and also multiple minus 30% dips. A lot of people ask what I mean by that. Well, if I look at, for example, the 2017 all-time high, which is more typical than the one in 2020 and 21, we saw multiple, I think 5 or 6 minus 30% dips in there, but then big pumps after that. So it will be, if you have never experienced a bull market, it will really be face melting and scary at some times.
PlanB has explained that historically, Bitcoin usually heads to its top for the cycle post, halving closely, following the stock-to-flow model with a slight delay. His model predicts that Bitcoin could go as high as 500,000 USD per coin. He's explained that even this bullish price prediction is conservative, as Bitcoin could perform even better this cycle to make up for its weak performance in the previous cycle. He's also warned that within the bull, there will very likely be significant corrections that could be as bad as negative 30%. He implores that we do not dismay during these events, but rather understand that it's merely part of the cycle. Next, we'll view clips from Saylor's fireside chat, and he manages to be even more bullish than PlanB as he takes us through the concept of the Bitcoin gold rush. Let's head back in.
We're in the Bitcoin gold rush era. It started on January of 2024, and it will run till about November of 2034. In November of 2034, 99% of all the Bitcoin will have been mined, and the last 1% comes out over the next 100 years. So for all practical purposes, stock to flow becomes irrelevant. The stock to flow ratio of Bitcoin is infinity in 2034. And so you have about 42 quarters, somewhere between 40 and 42 quarters. And if you look at that 40 quarter period, at the beginning of the gold rush, no bank could custody Bitcoin, no institutional investor could buy Bitcoin, no Wall Street trading firm, no investment company could handle Bitcoin. And it was unclear whether that ever would happen. That was a binary. And when those spot ETFs were approved, that created a fire or an avalanche. The genie's out of the bottle. It doesn't matter who's elected president next. It doesn't matter who's the next head of the SEC. It doesn't matter. And no politician's opinion, no banker opinion, no regulator opinion matters after that date. That was the most consequential thing that kicked off the gold rush. So we flipped a switch in January. What you've got is 40 quarters of people getting educated, and here's what happens next. All those ETFs, they're only distributed through 20% of the distribution channel right now. They're maybe even 10%. So that distribution is going to go from 10% to 20 to 40 to 60 to 80. And there'll be a point at which all the investors can buy. And then you'll actually see all the big banks that don't like Bitcoin getting pressured. Like, now we have to custody it because our biggest customer wants us to. So right now you can't custody, but there's a big battle. That battle will take place. Bitcoin will win that battle. Then you'll see banks custody. Then you'll see 1, then you'll see 10, then you'll see 100, then you'll see 1,000.
Saylor has broken down the concept of his gold rush thesis. He explains that with the approval of the spot ETFs, there is now immutable institutional recognition of Bitcoin as a commodity. He explains that this milestone is only the beginning and that what is to come is truly bullish. Saylor extends the work of PlanB by explaining that after 2034, the stock-to-flow model for Bitcoin will become irrelevant, as the amount of new Bitcoin issued over that period will be infinitesimally small. He believes this will ultimately result in a price surge like we've never seen before. Saylor also predicts Bitcoin winning a metaphorical battle at the capital and cementing its place as the de facto asset. Both Saylor and PlanB have truly bullish predictions for Bitcoin, both short and long term. What do you think about Saylor and PlanB's absolutely bullish price predictions? To see the latest in crypto news, watch this video here.